been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as Excuse me, I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm
There we go. Okay. Whew. I know the people have been waiting for it. They want to hear you say it. Don't make them wait any longer. Wait. Oh, wait. Are you muted? I can't hear you. Oh, the people can't hear you. He's making us wait, dude. No, we still can't hear you. Wow. You know, right as we were... Okay, wait. No. Still nothing. He's making us wait, dude. We want to hear it. Still no. What the... Oh, Lord. Huh? Yeah, everything's fine on my end. I could try. I could try to see if it's my headphones, but all right, say something. Ah, wait. Okay, there he is. Go ahead.
I knew it wasn't me.
The people want to hear it. Don't make us wait any longer. It's been a week.
God damn.
God.
Goddamn, guys.
There it is.
Big old goddamn.
Goddamn is right. Holy shit. Wow. Man. What a shit episode of Dynamite happened last week, man. Holy fuck, man. Wow. What a shit episode. We're going to talk about it, but before we get to that, man, how about that episode of Monday Night Raw?
I don't know. It was wild, man. That ending, loved it, dude. Phenomenal.
If you would have told me 3 years ago, I would have said that. What a great episode of Monday Night Raw. I probably would have fucking Claymore kicked you in your face.
That was fun.
I probably would have, bro. I probably would have Claymored you in the face, man, because holy shit, have the tides have turned. Jesus, that was a great episode of Monday Night Raw, and Mondays used to be the most dreadful day on this planet. And here we are in 2024. Holy fuck. Triple H absolutely put on a generational Raw. Man,
I'm dead.
that was amazing. That was amazing, man. I know, you know, man, 10 months ago, we lost Wyndham. Yesterday was Father's Day. I kept seeing all the posts from his ex-wife and JoJo about him. Man, and I know we all felt him there tonight, bro. I know we all felt him there tonight. We could see his vision come into fruition for something that I'm sure he himself wanted to do, was make this type of faction. And unfortunately, it's not with him in it. But man, it has Bo, it has Rowan, it has people tied to him, and it has his stamp of approval all over it. And holy fuck, did WWE deliver tonight with the Wyatt Six faction. So I seen the reports that it wasn't going to be anything supernatural. And it wasn't necessarily supernatural. It was definitely something out of a horror movie, but it wasn't, anybody floating or, lights going out and people disappearing. It was just a band of creepy individuals, and I can appreciate that.
No, exactly. I really liked it. It literally looked like a scene out of Resident Evil. That you walk into when you walk into the fucking one room that just got unlocked.
Yep.
Literally, when they threw that shot of that dude against the wall with blood behind him, I was like, wow, I would not expect a shot like that.
Me
It
neither.
literally looked like fucking something out of Resident Evil. Dope as shit, dude. Loved it.
Dude, it was amazing. It was amazing. It seems as if they're going to be called the Wyatt Six, not six as the number, but six as in SICKS, six. Yeah, and man, yeah, like I said, there was we did get the reports that there wasn't going to be anything supernatural, which was a huge fucking breath of fresh air for me, because that was one thing I just did not want for the group. I did not want people to be disappearing and people, floating around like the House of Black. The fucking guys can't take a step without the lights going out. It was just, like Logan says in the comments, it was just a bunch of fucking insane psychopaths just running through the backstage Nexus style, and
Exactly.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. However, to cut to the chase, it's day one, so I fully expect them to wear the masks, on day one for the visual. Soon, I'm gonna need them, including Bo, to take them off when they wrestle. I really don't want to see people wrestling in costumes. If the look of Joe Gacy kind of gave like a flannel with maybe some jeans or whatever. If he wants to do that, that'll work, but I don't want to see Bo Dallas wrestling in a full trench coat with, the whole dress pants and the whole Uncle Howdy get up. I would, I'm sure they're going to work it out, but I'm really interested to see where we go further with the group. But as for day one, it's hard for anything to fail on day one, and if you do, it's really bad. But aka retribution. But man, day one obviously went amazing, and I'm interested to see where it goes in the future. But day one, the visual and the just I can't say enough about the production value. The little things, just as when they go into gorilla position and the lights in gorilla flicker, as if they've been busted. You know what I mean? That was awesome. That was awesome, man. It was amazing, bro. It was amazing.
It really was, dude. I love the production of that. I think they did really well. And like you said, man, they keep mask and whatnot in the entrances when
Yeah.
that comes. But when that bell rings, I just want them. I want them
Yep.
as themselves in the ring wrestling. I don't want the costumes. And I really hope that's what we get, man.
Yes, and I was telling Sir K this, man, before we came on here, privately. I was telling him this better be whatever Sanity was meant to be on the main roster. This better be it. It just so happens that a member of Sanity is in this group, but this better be that scary, just insane faction, where it's nothing supernatural. It's just, just psychos. You know what I mean? Just, just literally a bunch of psychopaths, being, a part of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, Logan. I'm in the same boat. That was literally my only negative about the segment. Why, out of every fucking body on the roster, does Chad Gable have to be the one sitting there bleeding out of his head? I mean, he can blame the Alpha Academy, and he can maybe use this as needing a new family, as, the Creed brothers. But still, I mean, did we really have to do that? I mean, like, poor Gable, bro. And the reason that scares me is Gable going to have to be the one that feuds with these guys, because obviously he's going to have to lose. I mean, are we ever going to have this guy win the fucking Intercontinental Championship?
I don't know if this man's going to win anything. He can't even win a match versus Braun on Raw, let alone win a fucking title.
Christ. I don't get it. He cannot. He cannot at all, Logan. He can't catch a break. He really can't. And if he does get put with a new group, like, obviously we know he's going to be put with the Creeds. We know he's going to be put with the Creed brothers, but are they going to have to face the Wyatt Six? Because I don't want that. I don't know anybody in their right mind who wants to see Chad Gable and the Creed brothers immediately go into a feud where they're going to have to lose. I'm sorry, I just don't want to see it.
It probably is very likely too, because they will, both group factions will have a woman in it to like even that score up.
Yeah,
but that seems actually sadly likely.
Jesus, man, I don't know what they got going on, bro. But man, how's everybody doing? And welcome to another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This is episode 200. Of Notorious Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. It is another amazing Monday night where we get to talk about genuinely one of the most enjoyable episodes of Monday Night Raw I've watched this year. Amazing stuff. These guys, man, this Wyatt Six, if are already have got themselves, and I hope we don't have to put them on letdown of the year with the Undisputed Kingdom for the factions, but they have already gained themselves a spot on return/debut of the year, because that segment alone tonight, man, I mean, incredible. Absolutely incredible. But yes, this is episode 200 of Unscripted, man. 200 weeks we've been doing this damn thing, bro. So welcome everybody to the show. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday we're on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news and every single big pay-per-view for WWE and AEW. We are live immediately after the show goes off the air. Speaking of that, if you guys did miss the past shows from the weekend, Hikaleo to WWE, that's episode, and the Clash at the Castle predictions, WWE stopping press conferences, or the rumors behind them stopping their press conferences, episode 218, that is available for you guys on all platforms, as is Punk screws Drew McIntyre, Gable loses again, the WWE Clash at the Castle 2024 review. If you guys did miss either of those episodes, the news and the Clash at the Castle review, those are solo episodes because the homie Sir K was recovering, but we're so glad to have him back.
Thank you.
Yes, very glad to have him back. But if you guys did miss those shows, a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, man, and doing our thing. And yeah, man, so yes, if you guys did miss those are available for you guys on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Friday at 4 p.m. Central, and every big pay-per-view for WWE and AEW directly after the show goes off the air, man. And I will say, not one to brag, right? But, man, I really enjoyed making the Clash at the Castle thumbnail. God, that turned out beautiful.
Oh, it's a phenomenal thumbnail.
I was just staring
Truly.
at it. I was like,
Oh,
man,
dude, literally.
shit was a banger. However, however, man, yes, this is episode 200 of Unscripted. I believe in a couple short weeks we should be having the 4-year anniversary for Notorious Unscripted. But if I could say just a couple words about the show and what the show has done for me, from my experience from doing it for 4 years, or almost 4 years, a little shy of 4 years, but almost there. If I could share any insight on the show from my from doing it for 200 weeks. Jeez, I'm fucking this all up. From doing the show for 200 weeks, man, unscripted. It's, you know, it's such a man. It's given us such an amazing platform, man. Always got to thank Sir K for actually coming up with the name for Unscripted.
It's a joint effort.
No. I remember I had a couple different names in mind, and I cannot for the life of me remember what they were, but I just remember you blurted out, "What about Notorious Unscripted?" And I was like, okay.
That was pretty all right. Pretty decent, as
yes,
some would say.
always, who says that? I don't know. But yes, always got to thank Sir K for coming up with the name, man. But honestly, bro, it's given us such, it's honestly been the platform, man, for some of our, you know, just some of our best rants and some of our my favorite work that we've done here. It's always a blast. Walking through Dynamite with Sir K, that's like a weekly favorite of mine. Just seeing his face and just seeing how just fucking demoralized he gets when we talk about certain segments. But seriously, man, it's been a boatload of fun. And like I said, it's been, you know, this is our show. We like to, I guess, target towards the people that stay up a little later. You know, it's our late night show after Monday Night Raw, as you know, we do our one to, you know, play for the morning people or the British folk. You know, we all know who that is. I think she knows who that is, moving my camera and shit. But to play for those people, you know, we got the Friday show. And I love the Friday show, man. But, you know, this show is just, it's created a opportunity for just some of our greatest rants and just a time to just kind of freestyle and just bullshit about, you know, what's going on television, man. And just kind of, you know, just like I said, just kind of freestyle, man. So it's been awesome, and it's been a ride, and it's genuinely just, it's been awesome, man. So thank you guys for an amazing 200 weeks.
Really, man. Thank you guys. I love Unscripted, man. Complaining about Dynamite every week. You know, at one point it was just a few things. Now it's complaining about like 70% of the show. From going to Raw to, you know, enjoying Raw and talking about enjoying Raw and WWE. It's great, dude. I love Unscripted. It allows us to just talk about the product, talk about what we think about the product, talk about what we think is next, man. And I fucking love it, dude. Fucking love Unscripted. Does not feel like 200 weeks.
No.
And to endless more, man. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it seemed like just yesterday I was making the giant thumbnail where it was a giant fucking picture of our logo, of the Notorious Heels podcast logo on one side, and on the other side it was just a giant shittier version of the logo you see now. So it's been a ride, bro, but we came a long way, and it's something, you know, I'm very proud of. And yes, love Unscripted, man, and just I love just the free reign it gives us to, you know, just blab on about whatever. So speaking of something I don't love, I forgot the whole second part of the intro, man. If this is your first time watching, and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast, actually, dude, I forgot the merch, bro. Jesus, if you guys have not got a chance to pick up some of the official Notorious podcast merchandise. You guys can find this live on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. You can find all 8 of these beautiful designs and more available on the merch shop for you guys. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. You can find all 8 of these beautiful designs you see on your screen and more. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious podcast, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very podcast. And as for the other half, the returning, the people's man, my man Sir K. How the hell are you, bro? How you feeling?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. I thought I'd been able to make it, over the weekend shows. I definitely underestimated the recovery.
Oh, so hard.
Big time.
Oh, bro,
Big time.
let me tell you guys about, bro. Let me not, because we'll be here for like 3 hours. This fucking guy. Well, I'll have surgery on Thursday, but I should be fine by Friday. Lo and
I didn't think it
behold,
was gonna hit that hard. And it hit very hard. It's still there, man, but I had to be here. Episode 200, I needed to be here. And hell yeah, man, I'm happy to be back. Recovery's going good. Going good. Felt better than I did those last 2 days, so I'm actually here now, so I'm feeling good overall, man. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I think it's been good, and can't wait till everything's just done and over with, man. Very soon. But I'm doing great. I'm doing great, man. Thank you guys for all the kind words over the weekend. Truly. And I'm so happy to be back, man. Thank you guys so fucking much.
Yes.
Like Dorothy always asks, man, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. The family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How is everyone doing in the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
yeah, man, I'm doing good, bro. Doing good. Just coming off pretty good weekend of, Clash and whatnot, man. So it was it was fun. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that was basically all I've been up to, man. Just the weekend that was ahead of us, which was Clash, which is now behind us. But it was fun, man. It was fun, and yeah, man. Happy to have you back, dude. Happy to have you back, bro. But yeah, dude. Yes, it was a ton of fun. It was a ton of fun, man. You guys keeping me company, man. When my man Sir K went down, you guys showed up and kept me company, man, because this man was trying to come out the house 2 days after surgery because
I think it was gonna be that bad.
see,
I could barely walk.
like I told you guys on Friday, I texted this man probably about an hour before we went on, and I said, "You good?" He said, "Yeah." We get into the Discord. This man, I said something that made him laugh. This man damn near is in his chair laying down. He like started sliding down his chair because he was just trying to straighten his body out. And now just seeing him, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, it hurts. I'm like, bro, get off my Discord, bro. I'm like, Jesus, go lay down. I'm like, what are you doing? No, I'm good. This fucking guy. So
Yeah, I was good.
just
yeah,
to
but I was good.
just to expose Sir K a little bit, and I actually got him to admit for a 2-day span that he was hurt. Normally, all I get is I'm good. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but
Unreal.
I'm okay. I'm doing all right. It still does hurt to laugh if it's that funny. That shit hurts. But I don't care, man. And I'm excited to be here, man. So I can't wait.
Okay, well, don't laugh too hard, please.
No promises.
Don't push it.
Especially with you.
I didn't do anything. Okay. All right.
No, I didn't do- This motherfucker last night was making me laugh so hard. I had to take this headset off and mute it every time so I could walk away to laugh because he was fucking making me laugh that much.
I honestly thought because I had my monitor playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I honestly thought my Wi-Fi was just going out, but then he would just keep coming back every like 30 seconds, and then he would just take it off again, and I couldn't see shit. I couldn't see what was going on my Discord, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just, maybe my Wi-Fi is just going out, and little did I know. Unbelievable. So,
Yeah.
Dynamite, man. The June 12th edition of Dynamite. This Dynamite was held from the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. What? I can't even fucking say the name of the arena you started. See what I mean? I don't even have to do anything, people. I don't even have to do anything. Okay.
He does a lot.
Okay.
But you don't even gotta do that.
Dynamite from June 12th from the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa.
No.
All right, the show opens up with Swerve Strickland. Wow, for once. The show opens up with the world champion on the stick. Wow. Swerve says, Swerve hypes, rather, his Forbidden Door match with Will Ospreay. He calls out Will Ospreay for not having a killer instinct. He says against Omega, Takeshita, and Danielson, he showed that he did not just have the killer instinct, he showed he was an assassin. But ever since Double or Nothing, all he does is hesitate. And he's not, golly. I don't know why when I'm reading, my eyes just get blurry. Oh no, man. Something going on here. Anyways, he says against Omega, Takeshita, and Danielson, he showed he was an assassin. But ever since Double or Nothing, all he does is hesitate. And he's not one to hesitate on, because that's why he got the nickname Killshot. But that does not change the fact that he respects him because he's a fighting champion. Christ. I think that's everybody. I think everybody in fucking AEW is a fighting champion. Unlike yeah, literally. Unlike the EVPs who have yet to defend their titles, Swerve says. Okada interrupts. And he tells Swerve to stop. To stop now. And he tells the crowd, it's his house, bitch. Love Okada. Love Okada throwing the old bitch around. I don't know who taught him that word, but he loves it. Nick Jackson that says he tells Okada to calm down. He tells Okada to calm down, and he says Okada is very overprotective about his friends. Nick talks about the dominance of the Elite. He talks about taking out Omega, Eddie Kingston, and half of the roster since they've been back. No, I think that's the Lucha Bros. And he says they took out Omega, Eddie Kingston, and half the roster since they've came back. Then he challenges AEW's best to Blood and Guts. And there it is. Well,
look at that.
Now we know why Swerve was talking about why didn't Team AEW choose me. Now we know. Matt then says this is where Swerve sort of comes into the picture. He says that if he wants to stand side by side with winners, he asks him if he wants to change the world. He asks Swerve if he wants to stand side by side with winners and change the world. He says Blood and Guts is 5-on-5. There's only 4 of them, so he asks Swerve if he could be their fifth, the fifth member to the Elite, and hands him a pair of Young Bucks sneakers. Well, if Tony Khan wouldn't make stupid, fucking, just the most ridiculous decisions on the planet, Swerve could have been a heel and he could have fit like a glove with the Elite.
Oh, he would have been like heel Swerve would have been perfect to help this group.
Yep. Because because what did he used to tell Hangman? This isn't personal. This is just business. Like the Elite. Just business.
Hangman,
They always
fucking baby face side.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But we had to fucking go ahead and turn Hangman heel and Swerve babyface. And we fucking told you fucking fucks back in December that this was a stupid fucking decision. But
Did you hear the reports of when Hangman comes back, he's gonna still be heel?
dummies, fucking dummies. That's what I hear. Stupid.
If he's their fifth man, I'm gonna be so pissed if he's their fifth man.
Fucking makes no sense. Swerve says he's a businessman and he does his own thing. What? He tells Nana to throw the sneakers away. If Swerve was a businessman like he was when he was a heel, then he could have fit perfectly with the Elite and he didn't even have to join the group if you didn't want him to. He could have just joined them because it was business. Look at Logan giving your managerial answers. What's going on, Hunter? How's it going? No, we did not talk about Raw yet. We do always talk about Raw last, as the manager said it best. But seriously, if I could just touch on it real quick, you seriously got one of the best episodes of Monday Night Raw out of the year. The only one I could think that was, and your Raw might have even been better than the Chicago Raw, but the Chicago Raw back in March, I think it was March 21st, banger episode. And tonight was probably it's between those two. It's the one from here in Chicago, and then it's the one from Corpus Christi tonight. I mean, amazing shit. But yes, I'm glad you went, man. I'm sure you had a great time, because boy, did you get some cool shit, bro. However,
really good.
Swerve says he's the businessman and he does his own thing. He tells Nana to throw the shoes away as Nana throws the Young Bucks shoes into the crowd. Matt says, Matt grabs the mic and he asks Swerve if he hears any buzzing. He then says, "Oh, that's the injury bug and it just landed on you." The Acclaimed then come out to help Swerve, and Christopher Daniels comes out. Good Lord, this fucking guy. Christopher Daniels. It gets horrible throughout the night. It gets so bad.
I cannot take that fucking guy seriously in that fucking tie. Oh, he's such a dork.
So the Acclaim come out to help Swerve, and Christopher Daniels then comes out and says normally he would let a brawl go on all night long. Really? Really? Doesn't that ring a bell? Maybe a little Hoffman Estates, Illinois, Schaumburg, Illinois, Now Arena? That sound a little familiar, CD? Huh? They're letting fucking brawls go on all night long, Mr. Talent Relations? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? He says he needs all these guys backstage right this minute. What are you, my fucking parent? Right this minute.
Right this minute. You dork. I'm sure his kids don't even listen to him.
He says, except for you, Jack Perry, because you have a match against this man. And it's Dustin Rhodes and a qualifier for the ladder match at Forbidden Door. If it's somebody as lame as Dustin Rhodes, just say his fucking name. Why do you gotta build the suspense? And the thing is, they announced the match before Dynamite. Why are you hyping this up like this is some mystery entrant coming out here?
I fucking wonder who's gonna win this match. Jack Perry and Dustin Rhodes. I wonder who's gonna win. Dude, bring out some actual competition, bro.
I'm the Universe. This is what I used to do on Universe mode. I used to put wrestler A that was obviously going to pick up the win, and I was I was being an overprotective booker like Tony Khan, and I was just putting him against some jobber. I was just making predictable ass matches. That's what was happening.
Literally, fucking James Ellsworth out there.
His
Let's get this over with.
Man, his delivery as an authority figure is so off. It's so off,
Oh,
bro. It's
it's
horrible.
not existent. It's not off. It's not existent, dude. That man, he comes out there fucking. It's like I'm watching Tony Khan, and I don't take the guy seriously. So why would I take this guy seriously? He's got the same fucking dork ass cadence. He's a dork. I can't take him seriously.
Oh man, wait till I talk about what happened a little earlier. Yeah, his delivery, like Sir K said, it really is non-existent. But we get Jack Perry and Dustin Rhodes in a qualifier, bro. I don't know what it is, but see, this is why Jack Perry needed to listen to CM Punk. First of all, Dustin Rhodes is absolutely wearing a crimson mask in this random nothing match. This man is gushing blood as if he's in the fucking main event of WrestleMania out here, and he's in the open to this 25% filled capacity arena for AEW Dynamite. He is bleeding like fucking Austin at Mania 13. I mean, full fucking crimson mask. And then again, back to Jack Perry. These guys do a exposed concrete spot in the open to a nothing match on AEW Dynamite, as if they are in the main event of NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Are you fucking serious?
Weird part is, I didn't even actually watch the match, so I had no idea they did any of it. And
Oh,
that's even the
boy.
worst part.
I
didn't
wish
even
I
know
was
they did
watching
all
through
that.
your eyes.
You would have seen a pillow in my phone.
Christ. An exposed concrete spot in a nothing match on Dynamite. Are you shitting me? This is why nothing's special. This is why dream matches aren't special. This is why blood isn't special in AEW. This is why fucking spots like this aren't special in AEW. This is why.
And that's the worst part, because early AEW TV, they would occasionally, very occasionally, do something to that level. And you'd be like, damn, even sometimes they'll do this on TV, so I gotta watch, because maybe that's gonna be one of those weeks where they do something crazy, where they have a crazy ass match, where they do this. Well, when you just get that every week, I don't give a fuck to see it. I don't. It's not only do I not give a fuck to see it on the weekly, why would I pay to see it at that point if I see it on the weekly?
I don't fucking get it. Jack Perry beats Dustin Rhodes.
No.
Okay. Thank you for giving us NXT TakeOver New Orleans level spots in the most minuscule match on AEW Dynamite. Thanks.
Literally. Good Lord.
Dustin Rhodes and Jack Perry. This is what we're busting out a crimson fucking mask for? A pool of blood? This? Gotta be fucking me, man. Roosh defeated Dion Roosman. Tony
Oh,
because his last name was Roosman and it sounds like Roosh, the commentators wouldn't let that go the whole match. Oh, I wonder if this guy's related to Roosh.
fucking hate AEW commentary, bro. I hate it.
Tony Schiavone says Roosh is one of the hottest wrestlers in the world right now.
Is it?
What? Are you fucking serious? Roosh. Are we talking about the same Roosh? The guy that came back and had one promo. He's one of the hottest wrestlers on the planet right now.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, Wyatt 6 who? You got a roosh,
Oh,
dude.
forget about
Chad
Drew
Gable who?
McIntyre. Forget about fucking Chad Gable. Fucking the Wyatt family. The Wyatt Six. CM Punk. You know, forget about
You got a
Roosh.
roosh.
Is
Exactly.
one of the hottest wrestlers in the world right now.
In the world, period.
Holy
On the planet.
fuck.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, man. Wow, these fucking AEW commentators are really, really off their fucking rocker, man. I mean,
oh, they're
Jesus.
great at just saying a whole bunch of dumb, nonsensical shit all
Roosh.
night.
Roosh. Man. You gotta be, who the fuck ordered you to say that? I mean, oh my god, that is awful. Um,
I mean, the hottest wrestler on the planet.
one of the hottest wrestlers on the planet right now.
That's just the company on the fucking planet, baby. Fucking hell yeah. They're up at the International Space Station watching this roosh match.
Holy fuck. I don't know anybody that's talking about Roosh. Oh my
I mean,
god.
yeah,
I mean, the guy is
not in a positive
great.
way.
Dude, the guy is great, but dude, you don't get to just book people like shit. And don't give me the excuse he was injured, because they were booking him like shit before he got injured. Fucking, they've never booked him good. He's had spurts where he's had a great match here on Dynamite, a great match there on Dynamite. The guy's got a load of potential. But Christ's sake, what are you talking about? He beats Dion Roosman, this jobber. And afterwards, he has his USA hater foreigner promo on
Oh yeah.
Dynamite, where he's talking about how he was weak like all of the Americans, and he goes to fight. He goes to, keep, attacking the guy while he's down. And MJF comes out there and he does a run in. Him and Roosh start brawling. They brawl into the backstage area, and one segment later, Tony Khan announces for next week's Dynamite, MJF versus Roosh. So I guess Roosh isn't the Forbidden Door match, but I don't think he could be anyway, because I know a lot of these AEW guys can't work with New Japan because of CMLL or something.
I heard that what, what's his name? Fuckface. Rocky Romero. I heard he got that beef squashed, apparently, so they can. But doesn't look like he's the match anyway, so look at that, man. Even though I was so annoyed watching that backstage brawl, because you have Christopher Daniels, who is an authority figure and who also is a wrestler, just fucking yelling at security to break these two up. Like, bro, you're dead ass a wrestler, bro. Break them up. What the fuck? Like, I hated this segment. I was so angry. Hey, bro, you
Uh,
dead ass a wrestler. You wrestled like 2 weeks ago, bro. Go push them away.
I
Ugh.
was thinking about I couldn't get my mind off fucking Tony Schiavone saying that Roosh is one of the hottest wrestlers on the planet right now.
I
Um,
mean,
Holy fuck. How awful was that? But yeah, the match. I mean, the match was a squash match. The run in was okay, minus like Sir K was saying, minus Christopher Daniels standing there with his dick in his hand like a fucking idiot, while he continues to be the most unintimidating authority figure ever. Like, dude, when Adam Pearce is dealing with shit, he actually gets angry. Like, you could tell, like, he comes off as if he actually cares about his job and he's trying to just make the show operate. You know what I mean? Nick Aldis gets pissed, but he's more of the cool, calm, and collected one. He's more of the one like, okay, you want to act like a prick? Well, I'm going to do this to you that makes your life 10
yeah,
times harder. But at the end of the day, he's not necessarily a heel authority figure, which I hate heel authority figures. He's kind of just an asshole that at the end of the day, wants to see the show do good.
He just wants the show to do good, and if you try to fuck with him or get in his way or like take authority for yourself, he's gonna get that look back at you
Yes.
by using managerial power.
Yeah.
So, and I like that a lot. But
He
with fucking
he
Christopher Daniels, bro.
he's not
Go
just
ahead.
going around being an asshole to all the baby faces. You know what I mean? He's
No,
not that
no,
kind of, authority figure.
no, exactly. He's not, and it's good. But fucking Christopher Daniels is just a walking dork.
Oh,
Can't take
he's
the dude serious.
horrible authority figure. And then, like I said, Adam Pearce, he's the guy who's going to get upset, who's going to fucking blow a gasket because shit's pissing him off. He's that guy.
Mhm.
But Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, and Roger Strong defeat Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Mark Briscoe. Kyle O'Reilly pins Mark Briscoe, or not Kyle O'Reilly, Kyle Fletcher pins Mark Briscoe to win the match as Trent comes in and he beats down Orange Cassidy. Willow's music would hit, but she wouldn't come out. She was just, she got dragged out there by Chris Statlander. And the Undisputed Kingdom is on the outside, calming down Kyle O'Reilly as they seem to be accompanying him to his matches as of late, like his matches on Collision or whatever. They're accompanying him to the ring, as if they're trying to get him to join the group now, even though they turned on him.
And I think he literally didn't he like reject him his
Yes.
first week back.
Yes.
Like I just do it or don't. I don't know what the fuck all this is about, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And the more I see Kyle Fletcher with this garbage ass Don Callis family participating in these fucking all-star tags every week, the more and more I miss, and I cannot wait for the return of Mark Davis.
Can't wait for this fucking faction to be back together, and he's not stuck with this shit fuck ass random nothingness of the Don Callis family.
Atrocious. Absolutely
Horrible.
atrocious. That was that. Renee does a hype package in the main event. She's standing in a locker room talking about the main event, and Rey Fenix is behind her, like, training. Pretty cool visual. Pretty cool production, I guess. Little trickery going on there. Or pretty good, just, I don't know, production value on the promo. They're actually really like that.
Yeah, I like how they did that, how they started doing that with their main events where they have Renee come out and like talk. Usually it's during like one of the first participants' entrance.
Yeah.
And just talk about like, oh, it's main
Yep.
event. Yeah, that shit's really cool.
Shingo Takagi Shingo Takagi declares for the Owen Cup.
Let's go.
And immediately you have knocked down a peg of legitimacy for the Owen Cup. Tony, didn't numerous amount of your fans mention that they do not want to see fucking pointless people who we know have no chance of winning the tournament be in the tournament?
Well, bro, he's the legend over in Japan. Of course he can win the fucking tournament. Do you know who he faced before?
Who did he face?
I have no fucking clue. But I'm sure it's fucking somebody in Japan that people care about for no reason. And that's why he should win. He faced fucking Suzuki 37 years ago on a random thing, and man's special. You know what I mean?
Good old Tony Khan logic. So we have Shingo Takagi in the Owen. Wonderful. Just what I wanted to see in my Owen Hart Cup. And we have probably the worst segment of all of Dynamite. Christopher fucking Daniels is in the back, and he has his back to the camera. And he fucking turns around like he's Joe Hendry. Fucking say his name and he appears. Fucking Christopher Daniels turns around and he goes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. At that point, I dropped my fucking phone. I said, oh, fucking please. Oh, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back.
First of all, where the fuck were you? Second of all, I don't care. I don't care if you're here or not, bro. You could be over in TNA for all I fucking care. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I don't care about you. I don't even care about the show. Like, I don't watch it. So why are you on my screen, Christopher Daniels? Fucking interim, fucking, whatever their position is. What the fuck?
Motherfucker turning around like he's filming the Joe Hendry music video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. And I have news for the elite. Are you serious? Can they take this guy out, please?
Please replace that man with anybody. Where, in all this elite nonsense, where is the elite hunter? That's who I need on my TV.
Oh, Christ. You had William Regal, you had Mark Henry, and none of these guys you figured would be a good authority figure?
No, it's Christopher Daniels.
You mean to tell me you had this guy, Mark Henry, sitting there for 3 fucking years talking about it's time for the main event, and you couldn't find a role for him, but now that he's out of the company, this role comes up, and you give it to Christopher Daniels?
I forgot that was a thing on Collision. Are they still doing it with someone else, or they just
No, it was
now?
a thing on Rampage. They don't do it anymore.
Oh, okay. Goddamn. 'Cause I remember that.
Yeah. He has news for the elite. He says next week there will be an eliminator match for the Bucks and Okada. Oh, man. Oh, this fucking guy fucking sucks, man.
Expected eliminator matches.
They will be in an eliminator match. He says Okada knows what it's like to wrestle under continental rules where there's no outside interference allowed. But that applies for the Bucks match next week, too. Every eliminator match, or both of their eliminator matches, will have everyone barred from ringside. The fucking back to the camera turnaround made this the most nauseating part of AEW Dynamite for me. I mean, what the fuck? Who the fuck told this guy he was a good authority figure? Ain't no way Adam Pearce has his back to the camera, turns around and says, I got news for you, Braun. Are you serious?
We'll get at that point. I got news for your brother. We're doing this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Oh, Jesus.
Back. And then proceeds to announce eliminator matches.
Oh, God.
If that doesn't just sum up the fucking shit of AEW recently, I don't know what else does.
Hook and Samoa Joe are in the back. They're in the go position. And they're, doing their usual banter, just talking about random shit. And then Joe says, okay, it's time to rock. So they run out there and attack the varsity athletes sitting on the, on the entrance ramp, making their entrance. They attack them on the ramp. Hook and Samoa Joe then proceed to defeat the varsity athletes with a red rum to Arya Daivari from Hook. And Joe then has Tony Nese in the corner on a, he has Hook in the corner, he has Tony Nese in the corner in a sleeper hold, and Shibata has Mark Sterling in a sleeper hold on the outside. I love Joe and Hook. Shibata's kind of just a dork. He adds unnecessary comedy to the whole act, But I love Hook
Yeah,
and Joe together. I really do. Not to mention they had Shibata. They had Shitbata carrying out the production camera while they were attacking them on the way down the ramp. But Hook and Joe love it. Shibata is just there. He really is.
exactly. Never was big Shibata guy. And I especially hate like the Google Voice Translate thing they do.
Oh,
I
it's
think it's just
awful.
bulky. I think it's just fucking lame. But Hook and Joe, great fucking pairing, man. They have really great fucking like just mic chemistry together,
Yeah.
and even as they were doing the ring, like Hook tried the walk away spot
Yep.
where someone's walking off and he walks away. Just shit like that is just really fucking dope to see, and those two specifically, not with Shibata, are a great fucking pairing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Hook and Joe together. It's actually one of my favorite parts about Dynamite nowadays. I think they got a really cool thing going, and like I said, Shibata's just there. We get a promo package from Stephanie Vacker on Mercedes Moné hyping their Forbidden Door match. We then go into the TBS title match, Mercedes Moné versus Zeuxis. And if it can get any worse, Taz, bro. I don't know what this man was on when he said this. Mercedes, like punched her, like in the face or whatever. This man goes ahead and says she hit her on the head skis. Oh,
This infection has finally caught on to Taz. Oh, good lord.
oh
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh
Oh,
God.
fuck, dude. Hit her in her head ski. I
Either
hate
way,
you.
commentary fucking sucks, and Mercedes Moné defeats Zeuxis.
Should have paid
Zeuxis.
attention to that match for that reason alone. I would have just tweeted just at Taz, just please no.
She hit
Please no.
Zeuxis on the head skis.
I think
Fuck.
he's losing his fucking mind too watching this show every week.
You know what? I
He's
can't.
done.
I can't blame him. I would lose my mind sitting next to Tony Schiavone and fucking Excalibur as well.
Having correct Excalibur every 2 seconds is probably the hardest job in the fucking world, so I'm sure his brain is slowly being fried like an iPad kid that doesn't fucking let go of the fucking iPad.
Gotta be.
I'm sure that hurts, man. That poor man's brain is fried. But, good lord, in her head skis.
Christ. Mina Shirakawa gets a hype package for the Forbidden Door match, and they just continue to explain who Mina is and talk about her background and all this type of stuff. I liked it. I liked it, man. I like if there's one thing going into Forbidden Door that I've actually liked that they've put some time and thought and care and effort into, it's the Mina Shirakawa and Tony Storm stuff. It's been brewing for a while, and I'm so happy that it's finally or I'm so happy they're finally putting like thought into something for Forbidden Door that includes
Exactly.
AEW and somebody from Japan.
I'm so glad we're actually learning about someone
Yes.
we're watching. Look at that, man. Love that shit.
Tony, it then goes into a Tony Storm segment backstage. She goes to speak. Tony goes to speak, and then Mariah butts in, and she thanks Tony for putting her in the Owen.
Hmm.
I would
Oh,
actually
no.
like Mariah to win the Owen and go on to All In to fight Tony Storm for the championship. I think that would be a nice culmination of the story. And
I
they've done
really like that.
and they've done a great job in telling the story. She announces that Mina will be back on Dynamite next week. Tony then shrugs her off and talks about her match on Rampage as she walks away.
I like that little tease, man. I really hope we get that storyline full through, man, because
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like with the way Tony Khan and his favorites go, I feel like they're gonna half-ass that.
Then again, the money mark in Tony Khan might want to book something for Mercedes at All In and book one of his
That's
Tony
definitely,
Khan fetish matches, and then he might leave Tony and Mariah to tell their story.
that's true, that's true. I can see
So,
that definitely.
yeah. TV time with Chris Jericho.
Let's go. My favorite part of TV.
This is rough. This is seriously one of the roughest things AEW has. I mean, this is NyQuil Collective levels of bad. I mean, this is really bad.
This might be, sometimes to me, the reason I think this might be worse is when you have someone that at the end of the day is good in themselves, doing something that nauseating is worse than nobody's like the Nightmare Collector or the NyQuil Collective doing bad shit. To me, it's worse when it's people that you know are actually good doing shit this bad. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. Like Retribution. Individually, a lot of those guys are great. You had Mustafa Ali fucking dressing up like that, doing that, and then like it's like the same thing here. You got Chris Jericho doing this.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Big Bill says if there's anything Jericho taught me, it's to. If there's anything Jericho taught me, it's never too late to start learning, and it's never too early to start winning.
There you go. Yeah, it's too late to start winning though. As Ascension.
Christ. Jericho comes out there and he says, "Hey!" He asks, "Who wants more TV time?" He says, "You know I do." He thanks his branches for having the highest selling shirt on AEW that went on sale 15 minutes ago. No, I think that spot's still reserved for the guy that's in WWE.
Damn.
He talks about how to make good corn. Yes, I'm reading that correctly. He talks about how to make good corn. And he talks about what the good pH level is for corn.
Mm.
He says instead the pH level was not good on the corn and it does not work for him, brother.
That one got a chuckle out of me.
That did get a chuckle out of me. It did. It did. I love me
It's
a
like,
good
you
Hulk
gotta laugh
Hogan
at Hulk.
joke.
You gotta laugh at a Hulk Hogan joke. I'm sorry.
You do. You really do. He says he says so that the pH level was at a 7 and he usually likes it at a 6.8. And so that doesn't work for him, brother. Brian Keith then says, if you want to grow good lame ass corn, you got to respect Chris Jericho.
What? Like, that's why I hate Brian Keith's part in this the most.
He's
Is,
fucking
bro,
garbage.
that's not even what Jericho was talking about. Jericho was talking about dirt. Like, bro, and you're talking about you gotta respect Chris Jericho to get good corn. What the fuck are you talking about? He's not even saying that. Oh, dude, I can't stand his little shtick in this.
Hit the
He's the worst
graphic, Tony.
Hit the graphic.
That's what they were saying for Brian Keith, and here we are now. This guy fucking sucks. Like we said.
Trying to hit me with a fucking truck.
Jericho says everyone in the learning tree respects each other, and he announces Private Party. Okay, first of all, didn't Private Party just say that they were going to go separate ways?
I
And
guess that didn't work for Tony. bro.
And one of the other things that Isaiah Cassidy was saying in that interview was, we failed to adapt. So what do? They come out here humping the air and doing the exact same thing that they've always been doing. How about you guys actually carry yourself like superstars, and you fucking, I mean, you got a boss ass entrance, yet you come out here humping air like a bunch of children.
Dude, that's I was just gonna say that, bro, and that's the worst part. That start of their entrance is so cold, dude. The security guard stopping the cameraman and then letting them, like, bro, that's so tough, dude. That's sick as fuck. And then
It's
they just start dry humping the ground.
yeah.
Ugh.
Carry yourself like bosses, like VIPs, and then maybe shit will actually click. Well, I mean, you got to get Tony's booking on board too, but I mean, if I'm Tony Khan, I'm looking at this act like, what the fuck is this? I don't want you guys fucking humping and gyrating. What? They come out like boss ass motherfuckers, and then as soon as they get past the velvet rope, they start fucking the air. I mean, come on.
Ugh.
Jericho tells them, listen, guys, if you're going to do shots, you need a designated driver.
I should have told that to somebody before they left. I'm sorry. I'm back. I had to throw one in there. You guys knew it. That's the first thing I thought of that second when that happened. I knew I had to take it for the show.
Jericho tells them they've been doing great work in AEW. And he asked the crowd, right, guys? I swear to God, you just heard a, like a dead, like, no the fuck they haven't noise from the crowd. That shit, that killed me. That killed me. Even Private Party was looking like, what? Bro. Oh, Lord. Jericho tells them they're great, but they haven't picked up any wins. And that is because they don't know the basics and they're not technically sound. You guys don't even know how to climb the top rope correctly. Isaiah Cassidy asked Jericho to teach them. Jericho then climbs to the top rope, and he says he learned from the Heart Dungeon, so he puts one foot up, then he puts another, then he puts both of his feet on the top rope, and then he's on the top rope. There, boom. And Private Party then throw him off. As they take out the rest of the learning tree, they both do shooting star presses and swanton bombs to Chris Jericho laying there. As Private Party retreat, as TV time is officially over, and that was my favorite part of the segment when I knew the fucking segment was done.
Ugh, dude, this shit was garbage, dude. Like, why? Why is this a thing? Why is this going on, dude? What is the end game for this Chris Jericho? No fucking clue.
I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. So that was that. We get our Jon Moxley video package talking about his match with Naito at Forbidden Door. That's cool and all. I wish we could actually see Naito on, AEW television building the match a little bit, but whatever.
That would be nice.
Yeah. There's a backstage video with Juice Robinson and the Bang Bang Gang. He says that they will be on Collision. They throw out a challenge for the House of Black, and they say we are the Collision, or he says we're the Collision Cowboys, and Collision is the house that the Bang Bang Gang built. As they
shitty house.
Yeah, and they throw out a challenge to the House of Black for a Collision.
Airport, man. You had CM Punk create the foundation and the plans for a phenomenal looking house, man. And then they fired the architect, the lead architect, and boy, did they have some shitters take control, man. The Collision Cowboys. Bro, did you see what Juice did in the Malachi Black?
Yes.
bro, Malachi Black in their match on Collision. First of all, he was going off in that match. Finally, they fucking let this man fucking work. But that man is sitting crisscross, doing what he does. This man just walks up and does a dog peeing on him motion on him.
Fucking group sucks.
I hate this fucking group, dude. I hate them individually, and I hate them together.
Could you fucking imagine? I feel so bad for Jay White. Could you fucking imagine the bloodline? Could you imagine Jay Uso going over while he's in the middle of a historic fucking tag team title reign and lifting his leg up like he's doing a peeing motion to somebody? Are you serious? Does everybody have to fucking fuck the air? Or does everybody have to do some fucking weird, stupid shit on the show?
Like, dude, genuinely, this summer feud probably would have been Cody Rhodes versus Jay White as the summer feud. Like, bro.
Fuck.
Or he could have been in Damian Priest's spot right now. An actual champion.
Yeah. I don't know what Jay White could have been doing right now, but I'm telling you, it's a hell of a lot better than being with these fucking dorks.
The Belligerent Cowboys. Fuck that shit, dude.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous, dude. Yeah. I mean, like you said, Jay White could have been fucking feuding with Cody Rhodes. He could have been feuding with fucking AJ Styles. He could have been doing something. Feuding with Sami Zayn. I don't fucking know. Something. Yet here he is. I'm requesting my release if I'm Jay White. I'm done if I'm him.
Oh. In that fucking shit-ass group, dude.
Fucking sucks ass, man. Daniel Garcia defeats Nick Comoroto. This is the second squash match on this programming.
That's all it is.
And for whatever reason, MJF was watching the match as if he's built to anything with Daniel Garcia. Anything. Daniel Garcia set his sights on the international title, and MJF is watching him. What? Well, then it goes to Ospreay watching the match as Renee walks up to him and asks him about Daniel Garcia, and he says he's got his mind focused on other things right now, like the main event match tonight against Phoenix and Forbidden Door. And that was about that. So
look at that, man. Fucking barely talk to people about the Forbidden Door match coming up between AEW versus AEW.
We get a backstage interview with Pac, where Tony Khan, I guess maybe, got a soft spot for the guy because he's been there for 5 years and hasn't done a lick of anything. He hypes up his return again. Pac says, what a triumphant return to the company. Loss after loss, and it's humiliating. He says he's supposed to be a bastard, but he feels like a bitch. He says he'll be damned if a talent of his caliber does not get his Wembley moment. Can you get your Berlin moment, please? Can you get your fucking Cleveland moment? Can you get your Toronto moment? Something. Can you get your fucking...
moment, bro. Dude, imagine this man under Triple H, bro.
Oh, he'd be a demon.
He'd be a demon, bro. Oh, man. Bro, Pac versus Braun Breaker. Fucking take my goddamn money. Dragging off.
Can we get the... Dude, could you... SmackDown needs heels. Can we get them?
Yeah.
Please.
Like, bro, fucking contract here, bro. I don't know.
Pac versus Cody?
I need Neville, dude. I need the king.
Imagine
the king of the ring, bro. Oh, my God.
Well, that's going to be his new nickname, because that's what he feels like. He's no longer the bastard Pac. The bitch Pac.
The bitch Pac.
He says he feels like a bitch. Tony Khan books him like a bitch. What
Oh, fuck
am I
that.
supposed to say, man?
He's running back to his two homies every time he returns after fucking 6 months.
God, he'll be damned if he doesn't get his Wembley moment and win the biggest prize in this business. That's what you should be doing on Friday Night SmackDown right now, going for the biggest prize in the business. They need heels. Please.
Oh, dude. Oh,
He declares for the Owen and calls out the Bang Bang Gang, saying, Death Triangle didn't forget what you did to us. So do you want to challenge for the World Heavyweight title in the Owen, or do you want to hang out in the Trios division? How does that make sense? You didn't forget what Death Triangle did to you. So why are you talking about the Owen when you're still stuck on the Bullet Club?
I don't know, dude. I don't understand. I don't think they know.
I'll say from this, I like they're giving people promo packages on why they need to win the Owen. Pac wants his Wembley moment. Danielson needs one last fucking rush. I'm going for Danielson. I know all these fucking mark out demons want to fuck, all these sickos want to fucking talk about, they want to talk. That's what they are. They want to talk about, I want Will Ospreay. Fuck Will Ospreay. I don't give a shit. He's the champion for a different division. The guy's fucking fantastic. Stop trying to blow your load. He could defend the international title and he'll be fine. I'm going for Danielson. I say we put the world title on Danielson because I say we just give him his flowers on the way out, man. Will Ospreay doesn't need the shit. He doesn't. I'm sorry.
I'll be here for the next fucking 13 years or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, I'd say give it to Danielson. Danielson's your best option. I want fucking Will Ospreay. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what they got going on, but I like that they're giving people reasons to be in the Owen. As much as I hate Shingo Takagi being in there, at least they gave him a package explaining as to why he's in the Owen. But I like Pac's and I like Danielson's, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, like I said, I know all these AEW fucking surfboarders want to talk about Will Ospreay winning the Owen, but he does not need it. He has a different championship, ladies and gentlemen. Get over it.
He literally has a whole other title. Why on earth is he allowed to go for the other title? I don't understand that. But it's got to be Danielson.
Spoken for the sickos.
For the fucking sickos. They released a fucking shirt that says for the fucking sickos.
What a joke. What a fucking joke. Will Ospreay in the main event here against Phoenix. Dude, AEW merch is so fucking ass nowadays. I can't even describe to you. I would never, outside of a couple people, buy one of their shirts nowadays. I would probably, like, obviously Blackpool, I like their merch. Malachi Black's always a given for great merch. But, dude, their merch sucks. It does. Swerve don't got no good merch. Ospreay don't got no good merch. I mean,
everyone's got this weird, just random garbage, dude. It all sucks. For the sickos.
My man Duran, how the hell are you, bro? Hell yeah.
How are you, man?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Will Ospreay, man, and Ray Phoenix are in the main event for the sickos.
Sickos.
Ospreay and Phoenix, obviously they put on a good match, and Ospreay beat him. Go figure. After the match, we get a Swerve and Ospreay face-off where Swerve says that, Swerve says you could never take this title from me. He goes to walk away, and Ospreay rips the title out of his hand and puts it on as he's walking around, as the announcers are going, "Oh, Billy Two Belts, Billy Two Belts."
Oh, I'm sure Tony Khan was in the back creaming himself at that sight.
Oh, he was. The announcers were marking out as if he just won the fucking title. Oh my god. Billy Two Belt. Fucking Jesus. He
Oh,
rips the title away from him. Swerve then gets in his face and he rips the title back and he says, "You're lucky we're friends, because if anyone else would have did that, I would have put you in the dirt." Wow.
this man, this is coming from the same human being who fucking attacked a young guy, a young kid, at his own house, beat him up, broke a picture of his passed away father, broke it over his head, and then he sat him in the spot of where he learned his father died. Bro, that's coming from the same man.
Yeah.
Who, this dude took his belt and was flexing with it, and you're just gonna let that, like, because you're friends? What? Bro, what?
Whatever happened to the "it's not personal, it's business" Swerve? God.
Yeah, well, it's horrible for business for someone to do that to you.
Yep.
So what the
Yep. It's business, and he fucking stole your business.
he stole your life's work. He stole and was flexing.
Christ. That was your June 12th episode of Dynamite. What a shit show. The show was lifeless. Now, to
So,
pump some life back into the 200th episode of Unscripted, I can't believe I'm saying this, but to pump some life into the show, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. God, that's weird. Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
What an awesome show we got tonight. This show emanated from Corpus Christi, Texas, where the homie Hunter was at the show. If he's still in chat, man, how did you enjoy your time, bro? Because, man,
How was it live?
the only damper on the show that lasted all night was Samantha Irvin was not announcing. It was Alicia Taylor, and oh my God, my ears were bleeding.
Oh, okay, I was like, dude, that is. I was like, yeah, I swear she doesn't call like that. Didn't even notice that, but I noticed it. But I was like, that is it. No way that's Samantha. And that makes sense. I was like, that sounds like Alicia Taylor.
Oh,
When I was like, oh, she was
awful.
on SmackDown now. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, not a big fan of Alicia Taylor. But the show opens and we're getting the then now, and it keeps like scratching, and then it goes together in like this fucking deep ass voice. And I knew the timer was up at 7:00 and it said we're here. And I thought they were gonna open the show. I'm happy that they closed, because that would be a Tony Khan move.
Oh, dude, the fucking open show is the only thing you're thinking about for the next fucking 3 hours.
Yep, they
Classic
keep
Tony Khan.
yeah they keep you there. They keep you there. They don't blow their load. They keep you there for the whole show. I wish Tony Khan would do more of that. I wish he would.
All man does is blow his load. Wonder he doesn't have a wife.
Look at what he. Oh Lord! Look at what he did with Mercedes, or with Mercedes. A couple, when she debuted, he has her come out in the beginning of the fucking show, and then he has her come out at the end.
Like, in the middle of the fucking show, just stunk. It was just random nothingness you didn't give a fuck about. Crazy.
I'm glad he did what he did for CM Punk, because that allowed us to stay in the merch line for a whole hour and a half. But that worked out.
Like, when it's something like Punk level, you have to do that first, or else, like, we were gonna hijack that show 100,000% if he wasn't first. So when it's like that level, I understand, and that makes sense.
Especially when your Rampage card got a whole lot of tomfoolery. Like, this Raw card did a great job of keeping people occupied the whole night.
Oh, dude, I couldn't even tell you what those matches were after the CM Punk debut.
There was like a Jurassic Express and Private Party match, I think. So we didn't miss much at all.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was like Moxley in the main event against Matt Menard or something.
fuck?
Something like that. But anyway, so we get a glitchy Raw intro. And again, I knew shit was about to pop off. I knew it was. So we get a glitchy like Raw intro, and then we go into a Clash at the Castle recap. We go into the recap of Clash, and then it goes into Drew McIntyre walking into the arena pissed. He's just absolutely fuming, as I knew this was going to be a movie. And then, in the shock of all shocks, we just hear the theme song for Seth Rollins.
Did not expect that, man. And
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Superseded fucking injury timing.
I guess he didn't get surgery. I was hearing rumors he did get surgery. I guess not. I guess the PT was enough. I guess. And he's back. Legit. He is back. And Corpus Christi was going nuts. I was shocked. I was going nuts. Rollins lets the fans sing for a second. Night Rollins, as he takes in the love from the crowd yet again. He says he missed the audience. Rollins says he's back for one reason. He says he's always wanted to be the greatest of all time, and that's what he's want his legacy to be. But he cannot do that without winning back the championship that he made. Oh, please. Somebody. I don't even care who it is at this point. It could be motherfucking Akira Tozawa. All we got to do is get the title off of Puerto Rican Jack Swagger. Please. For the love of God. Anyways, enough of me.
And by the way, this is the same man that says he hides his Damian Priest hate well.
I do. Very well. You wouldn't even know. I don't like the guy. Anyway.
No.
So, he says he's always wanted to be the greatest of all time, but he cannot do that without winning back the championship that he made. He looks up at the Money in the Bank briefcase. He figures the quickest way to get the championship back is winning the briefcase that he is all too familiar with.
Yeah.
Priest comes out. Oh, fuck. Oh. Absolutely killed my vibe. All I got. All rise. Christ. Get the fuck out of here.
God, that man is pure ass oralist, man.
It really, now that I'm thinking about this, it really sucked that Rollins probably had to travel to Raw on Father's Day. Golly.
Oh yeah.
I just thought about that. I forgot to mention that in the intro, man. Happy Father's Day to all the great fathers out there, man.
Truly, happy Father's Day, man, to everybody. Was that event his first Father's Day too?
Rollins? No. This got to be like his second or third.
Oh, okay. I forget how old these people's kids are.
Because I think Becky had her kid in 2021, I want to say.
Oh yeah. Fuck, dude. Memory is all off with that. Fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, happy Father's Day, man, to all the goated fathers out there. So
True.
Yeah, man.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Forgot to mention that in the intro, but Priest comes out and he says, "Seth, welcome back." Does Seth win Money in the Bank? No. He's
Kind of hard to
in the world. I was gonna say he's already in the world title match, so he'd kind of be a demon if he were to be in the ladder match too.
I was gonna say he'd really be on super scene timing if that's the fucking case. You lose the fucking title shot and then you go fucking win a title shot like 30 minutes later. That's wild.
So Priest comes out. He says, "Seth, welcome back." I really mean that. If I was Seth, I would have said, "Priest, go away." I really mean that. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Seth, he welcomes him back and says he's being for real. He told Seth he wanted to cash in on him. And he wanted to do it out of respect because he was the kind of champion that he wanted to beat. But that's not how it happened. And I'm doing all right. Are you? Are you? Jack Swagger, are you doing all right? Okay.
No.
He says he's doing all right, but he tells him This is no longer Monday Night Rollins anymore. And this motherfucker makes my skin crawl with these like one-liners he tries to produce. They're so ass. He goes, "This is the show where all rise for El Campeon."
Dude, I wish I was Seth Rollins in that moment. I looked around the crowd and be like, dude, nobody's rising for you, bro. Look at that entrance.
If
Not
I'm
a
Seth
soul stood up.
If I'm Seth Rollins, motherfucker, call me MJF. I'm saying, man, get your trash ass out of here, bro. Nobody fucking wants you as world champion. You should have lost because you're Puerto Rican Jack Swagger. You can't fucking talk for shit, and you suck. Okay? Now get the fuck out. Give me the belt. Okay? Relinquish. It gets worse. He gets worse with the one-liners. Rollins says, yeah, it looks like you are doing all right after you almost lost a leg in Scotland. Motherfucker. Fucking priest.
His Damian Priest hate well.
What happened?
Just make sure you guys repeat that in your head. He hides his
I do.
Damian Priest hate well.
I do. He's so trash. Anyways, he says he's doing all right after he almost lost a leg in Scotland. He tells Priest they are a lot alike. They both made their names in groups. Priest in the Judgment Day and Rollins in the greatest group of all time, the Shield. They both won Money in the Bank and waited a long time to cash in, but when they did, it was at WrestleMania, and they made their mark. But the one thing that separates the two is that Rollins grew a set. He says he wanted to be the greatest of all time, and at one point he had to realize he had to stand on his own 2 feet. He asked Priest what kind of champion he wants to be and what he wants his legacy to be. He asked him if he was going to be the greatest of all time or a footnote in the Judgment Day. Priest says, that's a fair question. But let me remind you who your first challenger was after you won the World Heavyweight Championship. It was me. And you beat me because you were the better man then. And I'll admit that. He's still the better man now. Don't get it twisted, buddy. He says a lot of what?
He said his hate well.
I do. He said you were the better man then, and I'm afraid, and I'm not afraid to admit it. He's still the better man now. Trust me. Anyways, he thought he was going to come out here. He says a lot of people thought I was going to come out here and relinquish the title. But the only thing I want to relinquish is that Rollins still thinks he's better than him today. What?
What does that even mean, bro? That's not how relinquishing works.
So you want to relinquish a thought in Rollins' brain that you can't relinquish it unless it's your thought too, which it should be your thought because Rollins can wrestle circles around you any fucking day of the week because he's 10 times the performer you are. But anyways, you know, I mean, Damian Priest probably does know that that's true because I know that it's true. And he says he's better. He wants to relinquish the fact that Rollins thinks he's better than him today. He talks about how he says, forget about the briefcase, forget about the ladders. How about at Money in the Bank? It's Seth freaking Rollins versus Damian El Campeon Priest. Nobody fucking calls you that, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody calls you that.
Bro, literally Chris Jericho used the El Champion thing better than an actual like Puerto Rican guy. That's how bad that fucking Damian Priest is, dude. This man is actually Puerto Rican and he can call himself that. And it's fucking lame as fuck. And no one better than I when Chris Jericho did it. That's how bad this man is. It's great.
Rollins asks Priest if it's a trap. He says, are your boys going to come out and jump me right now? I know you. Priest says, no, man. I'm asking you man to man. Do you want a shot at my title or not? Rollins says if it's that easy, he'll see him at Money in the Bank. And he assures Damian Priest this show will always be Monday Night Rollins. Yes,
Hell
it
yeah.
will, because it's certainly never going to be the show where all rise for El Campeón. Nobody says that. Nobody likes you.
We
Get out of here.
need a graphic for when we're talking about Raw that just says your quote of "I hired my Damian Priest hate well." We need that as a graphic that's over your camera
I do.
every time we talk about Damian Priest, man.
I do.
Because you don't let it up with this. You don't let this man breathe with the fucking insults, man. But it was dope. It was good. I love seeing
Oh, it was
Rollins. I
awesome.
did
He
not
was
expect
lighting
to see
his
Rollins.
ass up.
I did not expect to see Rollins. And it was Rollins. Rollins was doing great, man. I love the shocked ass look
Yeah.
on his face when Priest just said, "I'll just give you a title match," bro. Was just marking out. Loved it. Thought it was a great segment.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, I was very shocked that they brought him back. I was very surprised that he was back in general. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And then my
yeah.
vibe just got killed when I had to hear that horrible Def Rebel track playing when
And
Mr. Doofus came out. What'd you say?
I'm so used to it with fucking with Tony Khan at this point. I literally thought for a few seconds that he was about to be out there cutting a Will Ospreay promo of "I'll see you guys in like 2 months." No lie, I thought we were for
That
a split second. I thought that was gonna happen.
I honestly thought the same thing. I thought the whole time down to the ring, I was like, oh, is he just going to come out and, like, you know, just tell us he misses us and his recovery's going well? I didn't expect him to be back, let alone be facing Jack Swagger at the pay per view, man.
I really did that. I thought we were about to get a Will Ospreay promo, man.
Definitely. Yeah, I thought for sure it was just going to be like a Rollins check in promo. You know what I mean? But, yeah, so that was that. But yeah, and it is confirmed he is going on to face Jack Swagger at Money in the Bank, man. So it's, yeah, I mean that's that. But no, I
Dude,
will say, huh?
imagine Jake Hager makes his return to this company, and we could get Jack Swagger versus Jack Swagger. That would be
That would
legendary.
be pretty nuts. That would be pretty nuts. I would actually take Jack Swagger, Jake Hager, or whatever his name is, as the world heavyweight champion right now over Damian Priest. Get this fucking title
I'm
off of
sure,
him.
I'm sure you would. Okay, I probably would too. I think I would.
Oh, 100%. 100%, dude. Gable. Gable is in the back with the Academy. Gable goes up to Adam Pearce, and he asks him, he says, all right, you know what I'm here for. Pearce is just looking at him, and he goes, I'm here for my rematch against Sami Zayn. This guy's a fucking asshole, man. This
Oh, I
guy's a
love it.
dick.
He's here
He's
for my rematch.
He says, I'm here for my rematch against Sami Zayn. Pierce tells him to go to the back of the line and build wins. So Gable says, and the whole time, he's just turning around and giving the Academy the dirtiest fucking looks on the planet because he's so pissed
Oh,
at him.
he's just insulting every 2 seconds.
Yeah, he called Otis his number one disappointment. He said Mr. Every Day Off Tozawa because he's always missing the international trips. And he said something about like broken Barbie Maxine or something like that. So he tells Adam Pearce, fine, I'll stack up wins. Send me anybody.
I thought he was going to send a Braun Breaker, to be honest.
That's who I thought too. I thought for sure he was gonna send him yeah.
Because fucking Adam Pearce starts like fucking smiling like a like an evil ass motherfucker. And I
Yep.
was like, oh my god, he's gonna send fucking Braun Breaker after him.
Yep.
But he sent a different train after him.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
For
so
one, they do both run fast actually. I don't think about
oh,
it.
bro, this cartoon ass run Braun Strowman got going on, bro. That shit is horrible. But
Those
yeah, he's giving the Academy dirty looks the whole time, man, and he's gritting his teeth every time he looks back and talks to him, and he tells Adam Pearce to send him anybody. Um,
don't send
but
anyone you want back.
man, Adam Pearce just hits that shit. So we then go into Chad Gable standing out in the ring, and Braun Strowman comes out.
What did his shirt say? It said
One big SOB.
one big SOB. I gotta get that shirt. Dude, it's perfect for wrestling fans, dude.
Oh, come on. Uh,
If I was Braun, I'd be throwing 5XLs in the crowd, dude.
so, Braun goes to run a train on Chad Gable,
Oh, okay.
and he's he's running around the ring, and Gable throws Tozawa in front of him. Braun picks up Tozawa and throws him at Gable. Gable loses. Gable then, gets power slammed in the ring by Braun. He calls the Academy in the ring and pushes Tozawa. Maxine then gets in front of Chad to stop him from bullying Tozawa. And he grabs Maxine's crutch, throws it out of the ring, and then he tells her, "Get the hell out of my ring." And as Otis is trying to help her out of the ring, he just hears Tozawa hit the mat. Tozawa, he slaps Tozawa, and Tozawa falls and, takes a back bump. And Otis then gets in his face. Another huge fucking pop for Otis. And then he grabs his chest and fucking pushes him, but he throws this man all the way across the ring as he takes Tozawa and Maxine, and they all walk out as they turn around and, look at, as they turn around and look at Gable, in just the look of disgust. Corpus Christi was actually booing Chad Gable better than Scotland was. Who would have
That's
fucking
crazy,
thought?
dog. That's literally this crowd of all crowds was actually good tonight.
Yeah,
That's wild.
100%, dude. And then Gable is in the ring. It's it's amazing what can happen when good product goes on. Gable then is in the ring yelling, "You guys can't leave. We're a family." I fucking love Chad Gable, bro. This man is a demon.
Such a prick. Such a fucking prick, dude. I love it.
Yes, yeah. I will admit, man, Corpus Christi is one of those crowds, man. People make fun of. People make fun of, bro. But you put some good content in front, man. You guys did a damn good job. So I tip my hat to old Corpus Christi this week for this Monday Night Raw, man, for sure. But so that was that. Otis finally pushes him. I will say this was the one thing that was missing from the show. I needed to see Otis go to fucking obliterate this dude, and the Creeds and Ivy Nile come out and attack the Academy. But judging off what happened in the final segment of the show, I think I know what's gonna happen.
I have a feeling too. And at the end of the day, it does make more sense for Otis's character not to just beat the fucking life out of the guy.
Yeah.
Just like that. So it did make more sense for him to just push him and walk away. So
Definitely.
it could be underwhelming, but I think it is what makes the most sense.
100%. But see, what I think is going to happen here, because obviously we all seen Gable laid out in the main event. What I think is going to happen is Chad is all alone. The Academy left him in the middle of the show. They left the arena. He was all alone. This is what ended up happening to him. And I think now he knows, if any time, I think now he knows, okay, they're not my family anymore, and I seriously need people that are going to watch my back. I think that's where we're at.
Definitely. I think so. I think this is really going to lead to that, to this finally coming together.
The only thing that scares me is putting this new Alpha Academy with the Creeds and Chad Gable up against the Wyatt Six, because Lord, that means no good for Gable and them.
No, exactly. I don't know who their first feud could be, but I really don't want it to be them. You know what I mean? Because I mean, they'd be a new forming group too. Having two forming groups just happen at the same time and face each other, not a great idea.
Yeah. Definitely. But as for the moment, like I've been praising Otis for weeks. He's getting great reactions. He's getting great reactions. He's been so awesome. I can't say enough good things about his role in this story.
Oh, that man is phenomenal. He plays the character so fucking well,
Yep.
man. It's truly phenomenal.
Dude, when he fucking pushed him down and started being like serious and like fucking screaming and ripping his shirt off, dude, that was sick. That was sick,
Oh, he's
man.
badass.
Yes, absolutely. Um, we get a Judgment Day backstage. Priest walks up to Balor and he asks him why he took the key card last week. He says he said, why'd you take it in such a sketchy way? Because they replayed the footage and had Pat McAfee narrate Finn Balor taking the key card. Balor asks him why he's questioning him like he's guilty or something. He says, just so you know, champ, I took the key card to protect Dom, and it's gone, it's in the trash. Is that all right with you? Priest says, look, I didn't mean it like that. You just been acting strange lately. So that's why I asked. Priest wished him good luck in the Money in the Bank qualifying match and asked him, if you do win the briefcase, I want to know, champ, where's your head at? Balor looks his dude dead in the face, and he says to him, when I win Money in the Bank, just know I'm going to cash in, and I'm going to win. On Cody. As, you know, they both kind of cracked a smile or whatever. And he says, besides, we don't need Rey, Mysterio, or Jey Uso running around with the briefcase anyway. Interesting. Very interesting. I hope they do some sort of last chance match because Finn Balor lost his match tonight.
Exactly, and I really hope he's in that and fucking wins it because I love Jay. It's not the time for Jay with this thing.
No, he doesn't fit
Not
right
at
now.
all. He doesn't
He-
fit anywhere.
Yes, he's gonna need to tell Bloodline story. If you wanted to put the world title on Jay, you should have did it at France and took the title off of fucking Jack Swagger. And then we wouldn't have any of these problems. And then things would have even flowed more nicely because it would have been Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso, which is the start of all this problem anyway. CM Punk and Jey Uso are friends. CM Punk would have helped Jay, thus screwing Drew McIntyre. But you know, what do I know? What do I know? And then Jay could have dropped the title at SummerSlam and then went on to do his bloodline shit. So, yeah, I don't know, but, you know, what do I know? What do I know? Let's just keep the title on Jack Swagger. Anyway.
And how perfect would it have been for Drew to finally win at SummerSlam, win the title against Jay, and it's because of bloodline interference that he won in the first place.
That
Just
would
for
have been
going
crazy.
full backstory, man. God.
Yep.
But
Or you could have
it
did that
was-
at Clash. You could have had Drew win the world title there. You know, you could have had, you know, Randy win King of the Ring. So, you know, we don't really, or you could have just drafted Gunther to SmackDown. And anyway, you guys know the whole spiel. A lot of tomfoolery going on in WWE with some really big decisions. However,
Oh, yeah.
Dom then comes out and says, man, I can't find my purple cow vest. Carlito, bro. This man thinks he's hilarious. Dude, oh, bro. He then says, you probably left it in Liv's hotel room. Ha ha ha, dirty Dom. As he starts hysterically just like fucking laughing at the top of his lungs. JD smacks him on his chest and he goes, really? And then Damian Priest goes, dude, don't you have a match you're supposed to be preparing for? And then they all walk out. And then Priest says to Finn, hey, have you talked to Rhea lately? Finn says, no, I'm staying far away. Has anybody talked to Rhea?
I'm sure none of them have. I'm
Well,
sure
what ab-
that's an exploit.
Well, what about
Yeah.
Mr. fucking big man on campus over here? Isn't he supposed to be the fucking leader? Can't even do that right. God.
It's bad.
Unbelievable. No, but seriously, though.
Hilarious.
Oh, bro, that shit killed me. When he
He's
said
like the
that.
bad influence uncle. That's
Oh.
just fucking working out over the bad shit you're doing. And your
Dude.
parents just look at him like, don't encourage that fucking shit.
Dude, that man killed me when he said that. Probably left it in Liv's hotel room. Ha ha ha, dirty Dom. Dude, fucking Carlito, bro. That shit killed me. Anyways, Anyways, man. So, where was I? Wow, look at that. Becky Lynch in the chat. Wow,
Becky Lynch herself
I'm
in the chat.
flattered.
Look at that.
I'm flattered, man.
I'm honored to have the real Becky Lynch in chat.
Me too. Truly honored that you're here. Can you please tell Triple H to take the fucking title off Damian Priest for me?
Can do that. I mean,
Please.
do it.
Please pass along the message.
Can you please tell Triple H not every story has to last 2 years?
Oh, Christ. So, yes, but I will say, all jokes aside about Damian Priest, in these backstage segments, I love his presence. I love how he's the guy in the Judgment Day that everybody just takes stone cold seriously. I like it.
I like that.
I do.
I like that.
Yeah, I like his just his aura, I guess, and in these backstage segments as the leader of Judgment Day. EO qualifies for the Money in the Bank ladder match against Kiana James and Zelina Vega. Liv comes out to distract Zelina Vega wearing Dom's purple cow vest. While Vega was distracted, EO was able to hit the moonsault, or the over the moonsault on Kiana James, and what am I trying to say? And secured, well, that's the word I'm looking for, secured the victory for herself.
Oh, yes. Very, very good. Very good match.
Yeah. Thank you for the sub, Becky Lynch. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Becky.
Appreciate it.
That was a vacation.
Yeah. You go tell us, are you going to AEW or what?
Okay.
Will you get your Wembley moment?
Good Lord. Fucking AEW fans. Wembley moment.
Sami Zayn comes out for a promo. Sami says he's proud to walk into Corpus Christi, still the Intercontinental Champions. He says he's got to give it to Chad Gable. Chad Gable did not make it easy for him to walk into Corpus. It was still the Intercontinental Champion. He says this all started because he beat Chad Gable in a wrestling match, and now this is all over because he beat Chad Gable in a wrestling match. He says he's moving on from Gable, and that's easy to do, but it's hard to move on from Alpha Academy because I feel bad for them. He says he remembers from the bloodline. He says he remembers from his time in the bloodline with Roman Reigns. He says that eventually everyone has to move on their own time. He says that's what I did. That's what Jey Uso did. He says after tonight, he's convinced that whenever the Academy is ready, they're going to leave Gable too. He says he's ready to face anybody and everybody as Braun Breaker comes out with his banger theme song. Holy shit, that song is ass.
Dude. That song is pure ass, dude.
Well,
Get a real song behind that, man.
We got all the stars coming out for episode 200. We got Becky
really
Lynch
do,
and
man.
Jey Uso. My man.
Fucking wild. All the actual people, man. Look
Wow.
at that.
This is nuts. I'm honored.
Fucking.
Braun Breaker comes out, and he says he doesn't have to say much because Sami already knows what he's here for. He says he's left a long line of bodies, and Sami Zayn is next on the list. Sheamus then comes out and asks Corpus, what's the crack? He says he's been chasing the IC title for the last 5 years, putting on banger after banger. And he says Sami should consider giving him an opportunity. Braun yells, hey, are you just going to ignore me like I'm not standing here? Are you out of your freaking mind? He says nobody cares about your sob story or what titles you have and haven't won. He tells Sheamus you're standing in the way. You're standing in my way, and I can kick your ass too. Sheamus says, oh, you're going to kick my ass, huh? He says he asks him, "What are you going to do? Put me on your stupid list of bodies?" He says he doesn't care about what kind of run he's been having because when it comes to the Intercontinental Championship, you got no skin in the game. You're still the new kid. He asks him to get to the back of the line. Sami Zayn then gets in between the middle of them. And he says, well, I'm going to go talk to Adam Pearce because I don't think you guys feel like talking this out. I think you guys want to fight it out. And that was the end of the segment. Pretty good segment. Braun is pretty decent on the mic. He can hold his own. I like his intensity. Sheamus is fucking goated. That man, he's Sheamus, bro. He's always a great presence on the mic. Always has his own unique delivery, unlike anybody else. And you gotta love old Shamey.
Yeah, exactly. Great to have Sheamus here, man. And I love that little interaction that those two had, man. It was really
Yes.
great.
And Sheamus and Braun Breaker, sign me the fuck up. Banger after banger, says Sheamus. So, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are in the back talking about winning the tag team championships, and then they get interrupted by Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler building to a match with them because Shayna feels she made Jade tap out. She just, the ref didn't see it or whatever. Or Jade was tapping at Batista WrestleMania 2020 WrestleMania 26 style. Man. Wow. Bailey's coming out for the 200th episode, too. What the fuck is going on?
Get the whole roster coming here, man.
I know.
Fuck.
Somebody get fucking Damian Priest in here, that motherfucker. Somebody get him in.
Where's Damian Priest at? We're getting all these randos. Where's Damian Priest? Where's the real money?
Yeah, amazing. Wow, I'm flattered. This is unbelievable.
This is insane, dude.
Jesus. So oh yeah, so they were building to a women's tag team title match. Okay, I guess it's the women tag titles. I don't know what else I could say.
You gotta put it on the show, I guess. I don't care about it, but it's on the show.
Yeah. Carlito defeats Dragon Lee as Liv Morgan comes out to distract Dirty Dom as LWO and JD McDonough break out in a fight, which leads to Dragon Lee then getting distracted and hit off the turnbuckle by JD McDonut as Carlito then hits him with a backstabber and picks up the win as Liv Morgan plays a hand in helping the Judgment Day pick up some victories. So yeah, that was that. Gable backstage, he goes up to the Academy and he asks Otis what he was thinking, putting his hands on me. We're family. Otis looks at him and he says, I'm done. And he says, and they're done too. And they walk away. Gable tells them they're not done until I say you're done. And then he goes, you guys are done. Dude. Fucking Gable. He says, you are all expelled and you are going to be nothing without me. He says he's going to do what Otis could never do, win Money in the Bank and become world champion. Now, he could be a nice dark horse. He could.
Chad Gable. He'd be a dope ass Mr. Money in the Bank. Dude,
world heavyweight champ, Chad Gable. That's a pretty dark horse. That's a pretty dark horse. Oh, Lord. Bot Central today.
Now we got AEW, but fuck. Holy shit, Tony Khan wasn't lying.
Hey, he wasn't.
Fuck.
So,
where's it coming from?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes, and that was that, man. So, yeah, like I said, where I think this is going is I think now that Chad Gable has been attacked by the Wyatt Six, I think that they are going to have to... I think he knows now he needs backup and he needs it quick. The only thing that scares me about that, like I said, is putting Chad's group against the Wyatt Six because, yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna bode, to be honest.
No, exactly. Unless you want to have Chad Gable face these guys, um, maybe Otis and them feel bad for what happened with Gable, and
Yeah.
they go back to him one last time to help him, and then they do lose. That's like your only acceptable way out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what they got. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what they got going on, man. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. That's kind of what I'm feeling in terms of just the trajectory of where this whole story is going. Um, however, however, yeah. So Drew shows Drew walking through the hallway with more Uncle Howdy scratches. Um, shows him walking through the hallway with more Uncle Howdy scratches on the screen. Drew then comes out and he says, CM Punk, as he then chokes on his words, and all he could say is, CM Punk, see. And then he says, I can't take this anymore. Screw this company. I quit. Whoa. Okay. When CM Punk quit the WWE back in 2011, he came back with a new theme song. I'm
Mm,
thinking the next time we see Drew McIntyre,
don't hype yourself up for this, dude. You're
shut
gonna
up.
be
Let me cook.
disappointed.
Let me cook. You
Oh
got to shut
my
up here.
God.
When Drew comes back, I'm thinking we hear the opening riffs to Broken Dreams.
You know,
Woo!
I think you're dreaming a broken dream with broken dreams at this fucking point.
I'm
Um,
gonna keep dreaming. Okay.
I know you will, man. I know you. It'll never end until it's confirmed that it will never happen. But interesting, man. Interesting. Going with the I quit storyline. Part of me isn't crazy about it because we literally saw this man re-sign this company at dinner with The Rock.
That's why I wish they wouldn't have did that. I wish they would have left this all open in the air.
Because it was genuinely up in the air
Yep.
if this man was staying or not.
Yep.
And you have The Rock release a video of him resigning, kind of kills it for me. Not gonna lie.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. So he walks up the ramp as Adam Pearce tells him there's other ways we can handle this. And Drew says, I don't care. I don't care. I'm done. He then walks up to Triple H. He walks up to Triple H and he says, I'm serious. This is your fault too. Because I heard what you said on the press conference. And he storms out of Gorilla as Pierce is trying to tell him to calm down. Man.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting. I'm very interested to see where this goes. I'm interested to see how they bring him back. I'm interested to see how Punk factors into all this. See, they got CM Punk getting cleared on SmackDown, even though he's a fucking Raw superstar. I know SmackDown's in Chicago, but he doesn't have to be on the fucking show every time they're in Chicago. I mean,
It's kind of just a, you don't gotta do it.
yeah,
That
put him on a
makes us
dark
want.
segment.
Exactly, bro. They're like, I, I don't get it.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bro. I really don't. But I really don't understand, man. But they're going with the I quit. They're going with the I quit storyline, man, and this is very interesting. This is very interesting. I'm very interested to see how long they keep him out for. I'm interested to see how this develops. And like I said, I'm interested to see how they bring him back and all that kind of stuff. But man, way to throw a big shocker out there, man, for sure.
No, exactly. Big shocker. Very interesting. I'm interested to see how it's gonna go, man. But part of me is like, we literally saw you sign your new contract at dinner, bro. Come on.
Definitely. Definitely, man. Caden, Carter, and Katana Chance defeat Damage Control. Lyra comes out to support the. She comes out to support the Caden and Katana for helping her. She started, banging on the ring apron or whatever, and it distracted Damage Control, and they ended up losing. And Io tells them in the back after the match, Damage Control has to change, or she is going to change it herself.
Interesting to see what they're going to do with, I'm sure, we all know what's going to happen with EO. It's going to be more of her old NXT self, but I wonder how the rest of Damage Control is going to change too. That's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, man. Yeah, so that was that. Sheamus versus Braun Breaker. Very, very physical match. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine. Very, very physical match. This match was about to end with Sheamus setting up for the brogue kick as he's, beating his chest, getting ready for it, and Ludwig grabs his foot, knocks Sheamus down, and then swings his foot into the ring post as the ref rings the bell as Sheamus technically wins via DQ. He attacks Sheamus, and Braun Breaker gets carried out of there, or persuaded to the back. He's got a bunch of guards around him or whatever. Ludwig puts Sheamus's foot on the. He puts Sheamus's foot on the steel steps. He gets in the ring and then gets out, and he's standing towards the entrance ramp, and he's going to do the spot where. He's going to do the spot, that he did to Kofi and Giovanni Vinci or whatever, where he runs around the ring and he kicks, somebody into the steel steps. And as he starts running, they have this amazing shot, this aerial shot of Braun running around the ring too. And I'm thinking to myself, oh damn, they're about to double team the shit out of they're about to fuck Sheamus's leg up. And I'm thinking that they're going to do some double team move on him. And then I just see Braun just fucking run right around the steps. And I'm like, oh shit. And he just fucking spears this man Ludwig into oblivion. He spears him. He spears the absolute holy fuck out of this man.
Fucking all of his muscle going 23 miles per hour straight to the chest of Ludwig, man. Fucking brutal. Loved the camera shot. Loved how at the beginning of it, right as you see that man start running, you just see behind him fucking Braun Breaker start running in the opposite direction. Then they hit that top cam. Phenomenal, dude.
That was amazing production. That was fucking incredible. That was absolutely incredible, man. I love that. Then he gets into Sammy gets into his face and holds up the IC title, and he pushes Sammy. And then we got this whole thing where, they didn't brawl, but it was a pull apart. It was a pull apart. I actually like that. I like that we didn't get the guy calming down, but then running through the security and jumping on him. And then they do the thing again. I like that this was just a pull apart, and these guys technically, didn't really get their hands on each other. But it was nice. It was nice. It was a great segment, super physical match. I loved the match. And then that spear, bro. I mean, Braun Breaker's just making highlight after highlight since he's been on Monday Night Raw.
He really is, man. Every week the compilation just gets longer.
Yeah. Seriously, man. We get a Judgment Day backstage. Sort of. Dominic's walking through the hallway, and Liv says, Dom, as she wags her finger to, signal him to come towards her. She asks him if he wants his jacket back. He says yes. She says, okay, the only way you can have it is if you take it off of me yourself. This man got some fucking power.
This man does. Fucking hell.
Golly. I wonder what's going to make him crack, unless they're just doing a really good job of hiding this.
Man, if half of this shit has made him crack already, I don't know what will at this point. Unless he already has. He had to have already. He
Yeah,
had to have he had to have had a spare hotel room key.
he had to have. He had
Ain't
to
no
have,
way.
bro. So she asks him if he's nervous. She says she can help him, and she moves the zipper down a little bit. He then grabs the fucking zipper and starts slowly bringing it down as you just fucking see Damian Priest come into the camera shot, and he just yells, "Dom!" Dom gets fucking frightened, and he says, it's not what it looks like. I was just getting my jacket back. Priest says, "Dom, get your stuff." As he continues taking it off of her, as Liv just sits there and giggles. Priest then says, "Liv." She says, "Mm-hmm." He says, "You need to leave this guy alone. He doesn't want anything to do with you." Liv says, "Oh, trust me. He wants everything to do with me." And she walks away. Oh, God.
Oh man,
Gee,
that
this
shit.
poor man. I just know his wife's baking his ass when he gets home, bro.
Oh, I'm sure the stares that man has when he's home. Oh man, that poor man.
God,
I've not
fucking
agreed to
Lee.
his storyline. Fuck that. I ain't coming home dealing with that repercussion.
Ain't me. I sure
Mm-mm.
in the fuck ain't. Hell
Hell
no.
no.
Man, some serious trouble we're talking about, man. Serious.
Oh, serious.
Karrion Kross and the New Day share a pair of backstage promos where Kross calls out, he says, you know, I came here today and I had a plan in mind, but Scarlett came up with a better plan that didn't involve me going to jail. What was he gonna fucking do? Kill him? God.
Gary Cross, dude. This
He
guy
then,
is so fucking unintentionally funny.
oh, he is. He then calls out Kofi or Woods to a singles match. He says, "You guys will probably choose Kofi because you guys really like hiding Xavier Woods and keeping him in the back." Kofi and Woods, it then goes to their promo where they say, "Hey, Cross, what have you done since winning the NXT Championship?" That's right, nothing. So who are you to give advice to the greatest tag team of all time? And Kofi accepts as Xavier kind of has this look of, damn, did you not just hear what he said?
Exactly. It's interesting.
It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. And I honestly wouldn't mind if these guys broke up and maybe Big E was the one down the line to get them back together.
I would like that. I think that's a cool way of doing it.
Yeah. Jay Uso is in the hallway with a bunch of fans back in the Jesus. He's back with a bunch of fans, and they're in the hallway of the arena, I guess, and he's got a microphone. He says he's going to snatch the Yeet case for himself, for the fans, and he's going to go on to become World Heavyweight Champion, and this is where he qualifies. Yeah, the greatest tag team of all time is very bold. I mean, the New Day's up there. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, they're definitely up there.
Yeah.
They're probably the best trio of all time. Shield. They did. Shield's up there, but for how long they did it, I might have to give the edge to the Day.
New Day's got more longevity and more accolades.
They do. They genuinely.
Yeah, if we're talking about my personal favorites, personally, I'm putting the Shield and the Wyatt family above them.
Oh yeah, but they're definitely in that like top 5 easy.
Oh, 100%.
Probably top 3 for most
100%.
people.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. But Jay then goes on to defeat Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor in the qualifiers for the Money in the Bank, as Io and Jay are the first to qualify for their respective matches. Dom, Rey Mysterio hit the 619 and he went to go on the top rope to do a move, and Dom came out and distracted him. And all of a sudden you just see this motherfucker Braun Strowman hitting his cartoon-ass Looney Tunes fucking run down to the ring. I don't know why they market this guy around running so much, but he doesn't even run fast. He just runs like a fucking goof.
It just does a light jog, and he's fucking, it's so goofy. I don't know why they market that man like that. He runs fast.
Finn takes advantage of the distraction, hits the coup de grace to Ray, and as he's doing the pin, Jey Uso splashes the both of them, and he pins Finn Balor to get himself in the Money in the Bank ladder match. There's no way we actually put this briefcase on Jey Uso. There's no way.
There's no fucking way. What is he gonna do with it? Please
Jeez.
just put it on Finn, dude. Let Finn get a last chance entry and just put it on Finn, bro. Please go with the okay to be short-term option. It's okay to do short-term things.
See,
it's okay.
The thing that scares me is Finn said, Finn had said that, sorry. Gunther said, by the way, where the fuck has he been?
Oh, yeah.
This man hasn't been on TV in like fucking 2 weeks. Yeah, Dragunov wasn't even on the show tonight either.
I don't think he was on last week either.
Yeah, he was. He faced Braun.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he did. I'm stupid.
But yeah, where the hell is Gunther? I mean, don't get me wrong. After the one interaction we did get, I wouldn't really want to see him against Damian Priest either. But still, where the hell is the guy? So Gunther promised the people in Berlin the next time he would come back, he would have the World Heavyweight title. So I'm assuming that means he has to win it at SummerSlam, unless, he just doesn't keep his promise, but I don't know what the hell that means, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what they got going on, but yeah, I don't know. It's genuinely so tricky what they do with Money in the Bank because honestly, nobody really fits. Because if you want to keep the title on Gunther, if you want Gunther to have a long reign with the title, then, Money in the Bank doesn't really factor into that. And then Money in the Bank also doesn't really factor in because Cody's keeping the fucking title warm for fucking Dwayne.
So it's another year of why? Why are you doing it the way you're doing it? I don't get it.
Tired of these year-long title reigns. I'm tired of we gotta wait till Mania next year for this and Mania this year for that. Tired of it.
Gotta wait blank of triple months for fucking one story. God.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a long-term story, but fuck everything.
Like every little thing doesn't need to be this crazy drawn out long-term thing, man.
And on top of all that, every little thing doesn't have to be so damn confusing.
Literally, it's okay to be predictable.
So, Jay wins the match, man. And again, man, I just don't really know what we do here in terms of, like I said, they got to do a last chance match because if Finn's not in the ladder match, there's no way you give the briefcase to Jey Uso. There's no way.
There's no way. There's no reason.
So, Jey Uso wins the match. And before we get to this, yes, the episode of Raw was amazing. I love the stuff with Drew. The stuff with Gable, was a little confused by, but I'm interested to see where it goes or how he reacts to it. But yeah. So yeah, seriously though, Corpus got a great episode of Raw tonight, man.
They did great. And Raw did great. It was a great ass episode. A lot of good things happened on the show.
Yeah. So as Jay's in the crowd celebrating, we got about 8 minutes left in the show, and the lights go out Fiend style, and we see the door, the Wyatt door, again with the circle light as the door bursts open, and you don't see anything for a little bit. You just see a whole lot of nothing. And then you slowly start to see something crawling through the smoke on the ground. As I'm squinting my eyes, and I'm like, oh, what is that? I was like, damn, she kind of looks like the Grudge. As this creepy figure crawls up to the lantern that's sitting smack dab in the middle of the entranceway. She crawls up to it. As she stands up, and you just see this mask, this like porcelain-looking mask on who we all know to be Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there, and as she looks into the camera, I was like, oh God, please don't let this be it. Well, she points behind her. She points, for the cameraman to go to her right. So the cameraman walks past her, and he goes behind the door into the not gorilla position, but right before they walk out into the crowd. You walk through the curtain and you're on that little curve. You take that little curve and then you're in front of the audience. So he goes behind the curve, and we just see production guys or security or whatever laid out. Everybody's laid out. As we just see this ginormous fucking ominous figure standing there with the Bludgeon Brothers sledgehammer.
It was really dope.
And we seen him from like a side profile at first, and we just see this giant fur mask. And as he slowly turns around, you see help on the sledgehammer. And on the top of it, you see the red circle, because life is a circle. And he turns around, and it's just this creepy fucking rabbit mask. So Rowan is Ramblin' Rabbit.
You see the big red beard behind the mask.
Yep. As you just see this giant, like I said, this giant fur mask with just this devious looking rabbit on there. And as the camera guy goes into gorilla position, you see lights flickering as there's smoke everywhere and there's production guys laid out. He goes towards the back as you see a production guy sitting there with his head up against the wall and blood splattered everywhere.
Behind him. Literally, said it earlier, looks like a scene out of a room you just walked in Resident Evil.
Yep.
Where the fucking dead guy is just sitting there with blood smeared everywhere behind him. I was like, wow, that's an insane ass shot.
Insane shot, dude. Insane. Absolutely amazing. As the camera pans up, you see somebody sitting on a production crate crisscross, wearing a buzzard mask.
Like a fiendish buzzard mask.
Yes, it was the buzzard mask, but with a bunch of blonde dreads on the mask. As this guy is Dexter Loomis. And as he goes to walk through the curtain that brings you to the backstage area, you're met with a gas mask pig mask. As this guy's, he's turning his head and he's looking all sideways, at you and stuff. As this guy was Joe Gacy, as he is Huskus. And as we're going through the shot, I said to myself, is that fucking Chad Gable's singlet? And sure enough, it's Chad Gable lying there, bleeding from his head.
Looks like you just fucking domed him backstage.
Literally. As he's lying there, like I said, backstage, backstage before you get into gorilla position. And he is just lying there with blood coming out of his head. And like I said, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, is that Chad Gable? I'm like, why does it look like Gable's singlet? And sure enough, it is Gable, but I don't like Gable being a part of this, man. I don't like him having anything to do with this. This man This man, oh my God, he can't catch a break. You mean
No, he really can't.
under no circumstances can you fucking put Chad Gable and align him with the Creed brothers and put them against the Wyatt Six. That the group, the group's not going to be able to take off.
No, I won't be able to. It really won't.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I would like for Chad Gable to be too scared and to leave that, not necessarily too scared, but I would like for Chad Gable to kind of just be like, I'm not getting involved in that. And I would like for him to blame this on the Academy because they left.
Exactly. That's your best way out of this, man.
And yeah, because I'm telling you, bro, putting the new Academy with Gable and the Creeds against the Wyatt Six first feud, that's not going to be any good. That's not that is a recipe for fucking disaster. So anyways,
Truly.
yeah, you see this gas mask with just a pig gas mask, as you know, this guy is Joe Gacy, and then the camera pans to Chad Gable laid out, and then we make one more pan, and this was probably about the sickest of them all. You just see Uncle Howdy standing there with his arms out, you know, in like a cross position, as he just makes the sickest walk, like just that creepy little strut that he was doing, as he is just, you could see Bo Dallas smiling under the mask as he's just fucking smiling. He's doing this. He's doing this as he's walking, and he's, you know, like I said, he's doing this, like telling the cameraman to follow him as the group follows and assembles towards the entranceway. They all lead back to Nikki Cross, where she was standing. And they all pose while they're holding the lantern. And Uncle Howdy grabs the lantern, like I said, and they all do the pose in front of the lantern. And he says, "We're here," as he shuts the lantern off. And Monday Night Raw goes off the air, as here is the visual for the group. That was what closed Monday Night Raw. Obviously, you see the Buzzard Fiend mask. You see Uncle Howdy there. You see Nikki Cross with the porcelain mask on. You see Eric Rowan with the giant furry rabbit mask. You see Joe Gacy with the pig gas mask. As you see the Bludgeon Brothers sledgehammer says "help" on it.
Oh, that detail.
And this is the official logo for the group. So they are the Wyatt. Well, I guess it's not six as in SICKS. It's SICK6. So
Yeah.
This is the look of the Wyatt Six. And holy shit. That is amazing. And like I said, man, we've been without him for 10 months. We've been without him for 10 months on WWE television, even longer, almost 2 years. I miss him. I miss him all the time. And I know a lot of us do. I know a lot of us miss Wyndham, man. He was one of my favorite wrestlers ever. And I know the same for Sir K as well. And it's just so awesome to see his vision coming to life. And I really hope WWE does good by this. And I really hope they don't fuck this up. And I really hope this is the creepy version of Sanity that we never got on the main roster. And I hope this exudes whatever Sanity is, because Eric Young's an asshole and he hasn't done anything in this business and he's a bum. But anyway, I really hope this is just amazing stuff. And I really, really hope so, man, because I'm so excited for them. I'm so excited for Bo. I'm so excited for Rowan to be getting another chance. I'm excited for Dexter. I'm excited for Nikki. I'm excited for Joe Gacy. These are all people that never got the chance they deserve.
They're all great individually, and I'm glad they have a purpose on television.
But within the next couple of weeks, I really hope the masks get taken off and these individuals get revealed, including Bo. He does not need to be wrestling in an Uncle Howdy mask. He needs to be wrestling. He can be Uncle. He can have the nickname of Uncle Howdy, but he needs to be Bo Dallas. Or I don't even care if he calls himself, as long as he just wrestles without the fucking mask, okay? I don't care if he calls himself Taylor Rotunda, Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas. I don't care. As long as he's not wrestling in a whole get-up. I don't care.
As long as him himself isn't Uncle Howdy the character,
Yeah.
and he could be a fucking person,
Yep.
that's all I want from all of these people. Is let them be people at the end of the
Yes.
day, because that's what made the Wyatt family so good. They were just weird ass people. That's what made the start of the Fiend so cool. And like the Funhouse Bray, it was Funhouse Bray who was a person who obviously put on this mask and turned himself into a whole nother like person. It's because they were people, and I hope they keep that up.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. It felt like and one thing I liked about it too is it didn't feel off at all. It felt the
Yeah.
same way I felt watching all those Fiend segments, all those Wyatt family segments. I had that same feeling. It didn't feel like I wasn't watching a Wyatt related thing, which is just phenomenal to feel, dude. It really felt like I was watching a Bray Wyatt segment again. And that was just truly awesome.
It felt, that's what made me just so happy. I stood up for the final 8 minutes of the show, and I was just exuding excitement because it didn't feel like some corny Wyatt ripoff. It felt like something that he produced. It did.
Exactly. It felt like that's what right as we got that shot of Eric Rowan and that get up, I was like, man, this really feels like something Wyatt would have done himself, man.
Yeah.
I love it. And when we got that shot of Gorilla looking like that, all I could think is, man, imagine if we could have got Wyatt himself under
Yeah.
Triple H, man.
Oh,
Ah,
oh my God.
yeah. And the Fiend, Prime Fiend under Triple H, dude. Dog, that shit would have been phenomenal, man. But it was
Yeah,
really awesome to see tonight.
it
Glad we
was.
got what we got. I'm just hoping they stay on a good path with it, man. That's all I can
So,
ask for.
absolutely. And here's the other problem. They're called the Wyatt Six. There's 5 of them.
Oh yeah.
Is there a mysterious figure, or is Bray the 6th?
The Lost Six. So
I would like that, but I either way, I'm fine with it. I would be fine if they introduce somebody down the line, like maybe like an Alexa Bliss. I know she's got history with Nikki, or if they introduce like Braun or something. I mean, he's kind of a comical character. I'd rather not. I'd rather not with Braun, but if oh god, if they it's
look at white on his head.
yeah, it's interesting to see what they're gonna do because, but then again, also I wouldn't mind if he was the 6th.
I think that's what it is. I think he's the six. He's the original, and he's the sixth member. He's lost. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I think that'd be a really cool element to it.
definitely. But man, wow, this was awesome. It felt like it felt like watching Extreme Rules 2022 all over again. It felt like
SummerSlam
2019.
2019. It really did feel like that, man, which was the best part.
But man,
SummerSlam.
dude, seeing the Fiend's entrance for it felt like watching the Firefly. It felt like watching the Funhouse where he debuted the Fiend all over again.
Whatever, dude.
Man, yes, seriously, man, Wyndham forever, bro.
Truly.
Wow, it was awesome. It was like I said, it was like watching an old Wyatt segment, man, and it brought so much joy and just happiness over me to see his vision still living on, and it's just something that's so awesome. And you better believe these figures will be in my case whenever they come out. because that was sick. That was sick. I love that. I love that,
I'll
man.
probably get into it when they come out. I still want to get Wyatt ones.
Yes, bro. Well, they actually got a couple. They're starting to come out with his figures again. They got the one. They got the one that
got
you
canned, right?
Yes, the one that
Yeah,
got
okay.
canceled. Not the Ultimate Edition, the Cult Leader one. They finally got that one coming back out. But man, I'm so glad that they're able to keep his likeness and continue to make figures for a long time to come, because I will be grabbing every single one of them, bro.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. But that was it, and boy, am I excited to see where this goes.
Hell yeah.
Amazing episode of Monday Night Raw tonight. Amazing episode of Monday Night Raw tonight. I loved it. I was I'm very happy with the episode they turned out tonight. And yeah, man, that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Again, thank you guys for an amazing 200 weeks for Unscripted. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you guys so very much. And with that, that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast, another edition of Notorious Unscripted. And with that, it has been always a pleasure for mine, Tony Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Thank you guys for an amazing 200 weeks. Sir K, so happy to have you back, bro.
Great to be back.
Hell yeah. And with that, that is going to do it for this edition of Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold, and that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone. The black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck with the
I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grip. It's the mood killer death trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, you